Hello everyone, Jeremy here from Print and Paint Scenery. Thought I'd make a quick video today on the Customiser app from the Printing Goes Ever On, one of our licensed companies that we get our 3D miniatures from. And just wanted to show you a quick overview, if you like, of how this Customiser app works, because it's quite versatile and really makes it simple for you to customize your own army of miniatures very quickly, whether it's using the new release, which has just come out this month from their monthly subscription, if you like, or their monthly release of Viking miniatures. This one's called the Tale of the Shield Wall, and you can find some more information on our website about that. But really, they're just Vikings, and what they've done this month is obviously added all those miniatures into the Customiser app. So it allows you to go in and basically pick a body, pick an arm, pick a head, and just customize your miniature to suit yourself, whatever you want it to be. You can also access dwarves and elves, and you can see here on the screen here, if you're looking, medieval soldiers, orcs, half-orcs, dwarves, elves, halflings, desert clans, and undead. They're adding to it all the time. It's a really simple program to use. So I thought I'd just run through it quickly with you and show you how you can actually use it to create a whole lot of miniatures very, very quickly. So the way it works is when you log in, you'll have access to this. This is what you'll see on the screen. You basically get you can use the app for free. However, you'll see this button down here where it says export. And to export the actual miniature that you see on the screen here, you need to unlock the bundle. So you need to buy this bundle on Patreon and that sort of thing. Something you don't need to do. We've already done that for you because we're licensed with them. So what we can do is we've got that export button. We can export the file for you and actually print it out for you and then give you the physical miniature. And that's our service, if you like, as part of being a licensee of the Printing Goes Ever On. So once you've built your miniature in here, all you need to do is come down here to this little share button, and you'll see a kind of a long link. And all you do is copy that link into an email, or on our website, I've made a form there where you can copy and paste it into the form, and then just hit the submit button, and that form comes through to us with all your links. And you can send multiple links. However, once you change the miniature here, you can't save it as you go, unfortunately. That's the other limitation. So just be mindful that when you make a miniature, get the share link first, get that one, and then move on to the next miniature that you're going to create. So I'll just quickly, let's run through I thought it'd be fun to run through a miniature creation for you, just to show you how this works. We may as well use Vikings just as a starting point, but let me just show you some of the other examples here. We've got elves, if you want, and look how many bodies you get with different elves. So the bodies are basically the different poses, if you like, of the miniatures. So you can see there's different miniature poses. And I found one this morning which I thought was really good. Was it this one? It takes a couple of minutes to load, or a couple of seconds to load. And you can see here, that's the miniature. And then you just go in and you change the head, the right hand, left hand, cloak, accessories, all that sort of thing. Move that out of the way. And so it's pretty straightforward. I'm sure you'll get the hang of it very quickly after a bit of practice. But let me just run through one quickly with you. Orcs, of course, you've got heaps of orcs here, heaps of orc bodies. They'll probably be updating this soon because there's not actually that many bodies there. Medieval soldiers. This is the great, just to build out sort of a town army, like soldiers of Gondor, if you like. And they're very much Gondor inspired. You can see they've got the little white tree on their armor. There's also ones that look like with their legs spread like this. They're the ones that actually have they're mounted miniatures, and they come with a horse. So you need to you can change the horse. You go down here to mount, and you've got some different horse options. So you can see how this is starting to work. So I'll let you play with it, but let's just do a Viking one, just because this is the latest release, and I wanted to show you how it works. So with the Vikings, you come into the body. And you just come here. You get all these new ones here, which you can see where my cursor is. These have all been added in this month. So that's where we're saying we've just been updated. These were there already under the Vikings tab, and we can certainly use the old ones. As you see here, if it takes just wait for it to load up this particular body. You can see the little word that comes up saying loading. You just know that something's happening in the background, and you can see that's one of the older style miniatures. They're still great. You just obviously you can mix and match that body with some new heads and new arms. Doesn't really make any difference. And also there's a little thing here called mirror miniature. So if you're making a miniature here, you can create the same miniature over and over again, and then have a whole different set of them with left-handed miniatures or right-handed miniatures or whatever you want to call it. But you can obviously mirror them and then create a whole bunch of new ones on the other side. So let's go on here just with this one looks pretty good. Let's see what he looks like, or she. They've actually added in a lot of females now, which is really nice to see. So he's like he's got a spear, very basic miniature. Nice. I will go with this one because he's a nice simple one. Okay, so he's got a shield and he's got a spear and he's holding up the spear. Pretty good. So what we do now, we can say, okay, well, I like the spear, but maybe the spear, which is in his, I have to get this right. It's in his left hand, right? Spear. So we go down to left hand, and you've got all these options here where you could change it to a shield, or you can have a dagger, or you can have a weapon in there. How about we change it to like a flag? He could just be a flag bearer, for example. So there we go. There's a little flag bearer guy, and he's got a little emblem on there. Unfortunately, again, this is not Hero Forge. You can't change too much of the details of the miniatures. There's just they're usually pretty set. So this particular flag you can't change, for example. And the shields, there's some different options for shields. If we come down here to where is it? Right hand. Let's put a different shield in his right hand. So if I click on that one, for example, loads it up. It's a little bit slow depending on your system, how powerful your system is. And you can see he's got a different shield there. Or you just might want him to have, let's say, an axe in his hand. Let's see if that works. Oh, yeah. Now, not every combination of things works. For example, if he's holding up a pole like that, unless you change the body, this particular body isn't going to change. Basically, his stance or his pose can't change. All you can do is change the weapon in each of the hands, and there's some limitations to it. So let's say he's holding up a bow. He's got a bow in his right hand. He's holding his bow. He's ready to shoot. And in the right hand, he's got left hand. Where is it? Click on here. He might have nothing. He's just holding a fist, or he's got something in his hand here, like a little. What's this little thing? It's just a little strap or something. He's got something in his hand. But yeah, you get the idea. He might have an arrow ready to knock on his bow. That one looks a bit weird. Why would you hold the arrow basically at the end? But anyway, you get the idea. He might have a torch in his hand. There you go. Now that's a pretty good miniature for a D&D game, for example. That's pretty generic enough to be used in most things. And he's got a bit of chainmail. He's got some leather on there. Very easy to paint as well. I like these miniatures because they are quite they're not simple. They're very detailed miniatures, but very easy to paint most of the time. Nice defined areas where you can get your brush into. So there we go. Now you can go down here as far as other options. We could give him a bit of a cloak on his back. So at the moment, he's got nothing on his back. He's got a little thing around his neck. But let's say we want to give him a little cloak here. Cool. Okay, so he's got a cloak there blowing in the breeze. Maybe this one's better. Yeah, that one looks good. And see, now, this is one of the examples. See how his bow goes through his cloak? That's an error. Obviously, not an error, but it's not every miniature comes out perfectly, unfortunately. If you click on this question mark button up here, there is a bit of a help tab. And it tells you how to use it and that sort of thing. But here's a note: the Customizer is mainly for preview purposes of 3D printable pre-supported bits. So some of the parts may clip and overlap in the 3D view, while they will actually work fine on a print assembled from bits. So what this is saying is when we're looking at it on the screen here, the idea of this is that you can print them out in parts. You print the head, you got the body and the weapon and the cloak. And when you order it from us, you can choose that option, or you can choose it to be one entire miniature whole. Or you can just choose, like I say, I can print the head for you, and we can print the arms and the body and the legs and whatever else and the weapons, and you glue it all together yourself. So you might request also you want a whole collection of different heads and a whole collection of different weapons and different bases and different mounts, all sorts of things, and we can print them all for you, and then you can just design them yourself in real time. You can just glue them all together in whatever combination you like. This customizer is really a way for you to view those different combinations on the screen before you print them. However, Having said that, I've never had anybody print them in little parts. I really don't like that. I find it quite tedious. I know some people enjoy making their little miniatures and putting the heads on, and they paint the head separately and then they glue it on, all that sort of thing. Very Warhammer style. But look, I just like to get it looking good on the screen, and then I'll just export the miniature in one thing and be done with it. So if you see this, if it looks like it's clashing with another piece of the miniature, then we just change it and try and make something that does work. That one probably still wouldn't. So let's go back and change his weapon that he's got in the hand there. We'll give him an axe again. There we go. He's got an axe. So that works now. So he's got an axe in his hand. He's got a torch, and he's got a nice flowing cloak. Bit of an adventurer style guy now. So there we go. Now we can also come down here. He might have an accessory around his belt. At the moment, he's got nothing on his belt. Oh, he's got this little thing here, whatever that is, a little clip or a star or something. Let's give him a little pouch on his belt. So there we go. He's got a little pouch to hold his bits in, and he's good to go. And then we can change. We don't need a mount. That's blanked out for that particular body. There is no mount for it. And of course, we've got also the base down here as well. So with the bases, you can pick a base. There's some nice new ones here, which look pretty cool. Some sort of bases that are nice embroidered or engraved, if you like, with the Viking logos or the Viking insignias there. Beautiful. Or you can get sort of more of a sculpted base there with some terrain on it. And see again, look at his little foot stuck in the ground. But what we can do here is rotate the base, this little bar across the bottom here, if you can see it, and we just rotate it until it works. So there we go. His feet are out of the mud, and he can stand freely. And so when you click the button, the miniature goes white or highlighted. It's quite annoying sometimes, but once you let it go, that's what it will look like from that particular angle. You move it around, let it go, and it's good to view it like that with this nice shading on there. You've also got some nice there's some nice bases here, the different ones that you can choose from. It's kind of almost looks like a gravestone. Let's turn it around a bit. Let's move it over that way. How's that looking? So you can see it rotating as I move this. Anyway, that one's quite annoying. Let's do this one. Oh yeah, see that one's dug into it as well. So yeah, a bit of to and froing, but that's okay. Once we've found one we like, that looks pretty good. All we do, as I say, you can't export it because you got to buy the set. So we go down here to the share button. You can also take a picture of your miniature if you like, and that brings up you can save that as a PNG file. And you can change the stance, then take a picture, or you can just say share your assembly and to use the link to send a preview of your customized model. So when I hit copy, and you email that to somebody. Let's say we open up a new browser here, and I paste in that link. There it is. It loads up the customizer, and your miniature should be there with those different combinations. There it is again. So you can give that to somebody to actually then bring up your version of it, and they can, if in our case, we've got the export files ready to go. And so I can just bring that up and export it to an STL file, send it to the printer, and we're good to go, and you can pick that up the next day. So yeah, there's some information on our website about how that works, how you can actually copy and paste them into the form there, and the cost of each miniature and that sort of thing. If you obviously, the more miniatures you buy, the cheaper it gets and that sort of thing. If you really want to build out an army, we can do a bit of a discount there for you. But look, really have a look through it, have a play with it. It's free to use. It's lots of fun just customizing different styles of miniatures. I've recently made up a little army of elves, which was quite fun. So you get all these really nice new bodies of elves. Some of them are female elves, some of them are male, most of them are male elves. But it's nice to actually have a different set of elves that you can actually then customize. Oh, look, there's a sort of a magic user elf here with a bit of magic in a. I don't know if it's a male or a female, that one. With elves, it's hard to tell, isn't it? Anyway, enough said. I think you get the idea. Hope you enjoy using that customizer. As I say, if you have any issues or questions about how to use it, please let me know. And hopefully you can export. We can send those through to us, and we can print out your army and get it going for you. Thanks very much. Bye for now.